We were here yesterday and they didn't have anything at all, but now they have a few hanging baskets. They got some flower boxes already made up. We may still be able to do something. Man, these warm colors are nice. Looks like we got some fire pansies here with the yellow and a few little red mixed in. I do believe I have some nice ones here because this is what I can use for today, and it's gonna be nice. I already know it. I got a plan. I got a plan for these 3 pots, and I'm gonna take you along for this journey. Now the first pot, we're gonna switch out with this one. These are still healthy. They just needed to be deadheaded and fertilized. But for that instant look, I'm gonna go with one of the pots right here. Got these fire pansies with that dark center dancing with that yellow, looking like a flame. Got the solid yellow in here. Now those two go really good together, and it's a nice warm pot to put on this entrance. The warm colors work good with this because you have a column here that's in the same color spectrum with the flowers. Now here in the backyard we have some pots in between this grass, and they have some pansies already in them without blooms, of course. I can't remember what color they are, but I'm just going to incorporate our colors in with those, and then we'll just see what they are when they bloom. We'll start off with our 2 hanging pots. We used one on the front porch. So we have 4 pots here. So I'm going to split these 2 hanging pots and clean pruners for deadheading. And we're just going to make sure that I have an even amount of color on both sides when I split these pots. I'm going to get 4 out of this, so I spun it, spaced out the pansies so that I have colors, a little bit of both colors on each side. Look at that. Look at that. That's going to look really nice. And with this grass, the colors show up better. So we're just gonna make space for the plants. We got them already spaced out. And if you don't have a shovel, if you take them out, you can actually do this same thing with your thumb. Just open them up, and look how much better these show up with that grass. So by splitting them up into 4 pieces, they turn out to be the right size for what we need. That was too long of a walk. I'm just going to get the empty bucket, well, the empty pot, put next to the pot, and that makes things a lot easier and less chance of making a mess. And we're going to finish up this walkway with some good color. Look at that. And as you look down the walkway, you can see the way that color pops in between the grass. The yellow catches your eye, and those blends of orange and plum just pull you in. And it's a nice addition to this walkway. It brings out the grasses, and look at that yellow. The yellow is very eye-catching along with this blend of colors. And now that I'm looking at it, they bring out the blue that's in the grass. So this really dressed up this walkway nicely, and it was very easy, and it was 2 hanging baskets. These are 10-inch pots, and it filled them up nicely. I think the one on the end is like a 12 or 14-inch pot, but it's all the same. And they have more blooms to open up. Look at that. That's another thing. When you're deadheading, keep an eye on the types of blooms like these here, I've seen people mistakenly pull those off, but that's one that's about to open, and it will be one of those. So this is the walkway. Looks really good, and it pops. Now out here on the front, gotta take this hanger part off of the pot, but we want to make sure everything is watered before I leave. And just looking at these colors again, and on those, that's not really a fire pansy. It's more of a plum color. But this area here, this space here, we're about to make this look pretty with two other baskets that we got, and one of them has a contrast. We got a mushroom in here, ceramic mushroom, some type of plastic flower to the left, and the butterfly. Now this butterfly is an addition to this group of pots. It adds a little movement to the garden, and it also gives you some color. I'm going to start it off. This is the first pot that we split. Has a contrast of purple and yellow in there with a dark center. Now the yellow really brings out those purple flowers. And we'll go with this pot next and skip the other. And we're back to the red and yellow contrast. These are your warm colors. And that purple, that's one of the cool colors mixed in with that yellow. Nice. And as we finish this space, it's really going to dress it up. I was debating on moving the pots, but our friend, she says she's not really worried about things being symmetrical. She just likes balance and color. And back here on this big pot, now these are going to definitely fill this out, and we're looking forward to seeing how this is going to look. I'm going to be doing updates, but for now it looks nice and full. And before we planted these, we went through and plucked off all the spent petals, because that encourages growth to the other blooms, gets them to open up faster, and it really looks a lot better when you do the maintenance on them before you plant. And also when it's sitting on a table, you're at a good working height. And this is a nice full pots here. We're just checking them, going through, and this is what we're looking for. When they start looking like wilty looking, or if they look balled up like fluff that you find in a package, then they're time to go. Now this is how we split these apart, and for each one of these pots we split them into two plants. Using the soil, this is Miracle Grow garden soil with a little perlite, some organic matter, nice and drainable. I mean, what more can you ask for? And our extra one, we started on this next area toward the back. A big flower fell off while in the process of maintenance. These pots are so full it doesn't even matter.